Welcome to AI. Welcome to Evie AI. I'm so excited that you guys are here. The Evie AI Google Chrome extension and the web app is available right now for anybody to try out for free. And the biggest thing that you can do is write posts, save profiles, leave comments, send direct messages in your voice. Most people are not posting on LinkedIn. By the way, in the chat, tell me, how often do you post on LinkedIn? Daily, weekly, monthly, or never? Most people are just not properly posting on LinkedIn. And if you're not posting on LinkedIn, it's possibly because you're not using artificial intelligence to help you be able to properly write content. I'm constantly posting on LinkedIn. I actually tracked how many posts I've done in the past 15 years on LinkedIn. I did over 10,000 posts. 10,000 posts. That's a lot of posts over the past 15 years. But LinkedIn didn't always have the ability to write posts. But now that you have AI, and if you train it with your voice, it's really, really a game changer. So I'll give you an example of it. So if I go into here and I just posted this came directly from Evie AI. Okay, I just post over here. I see Olga left me a comment. Evie AI has a new feature called comment reply, where if you create a persona, a comment reply persona, it'll kind of, it knows that it's a comment reply, but I wanted the comment reply to be really short and have the word boom at the end. So when you press insert, it now keeps the person's name in here. Look at that, the mention, which is very important. Does anyone know why a mention is important? Can I make my screen larger? Yeah, I can. Do you know why it's important to mention? Is because they get notified via email and often in notifications when they get mentioned. So I'm going to press, so now it automatically will mention the person. You see that it automatically mentioned Olga. I don't have to go in there and press the @ sign. So Evie AI will automatically do that. See, it automatically includes the mention. So Evie AI is not doing the mention. It's just LinkedIn's doing the mention. We just don't delete the mention anymore when you insert it. You see that? Value-driven networking transforms connections into opportunities. I'm going to press reply. So if you have Evie AI Pro, if you click on the drop down on the top, you can click on See All Personas, and you can add multiple personas. You see this? I have multiple personas. So I have one called Joe Applebaum Comment Reply. So let's take a look at my persona and see what the persona says. So this one says, you are Joe Applebaum, and you're replying to a comment. Keep it really short, like 5 to 10 words, and end with boom. Make it inspirational and encouraging. Do not include the person's name. You see the way I was very specific with what I told the AI to do and not to do? So whenever you're creating a persona, guys, you got to tell it what to do and what not to do. What to do and what not to do. So I'm going to take this here. I'm going to take my actual persona, this one here, the content of my background and history. Then I'm going to go into the community. I'm not going to go into this community. I'm going to go into. I'm just going to mute everyone because I hear some background noise from somebody. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, what personas are you creating on LinkedIn with AI? I have 10 personas. I will present them in the comments. Let me know what type of persona you will be using. Okay, by the way, here is my comment reply persona. I'm going to paste that one. I'm going to put the category of LinkedIn tips. And then I'm going to put a GIF with a little woman clapping her hands, just like that. Now I'm going to press post. And now this is right here. Now, as I'm doing my personas, I'm going to add them to the comments here. So you guys can go ahead and follow by liking this post over here. You guys can go ahead and follow me inside the community. The reason I built this community, I'm paying for the community, and I'm not charging you guys anything, is because I want you guys to have a safe place where you can come ask questions about LinkedIn and about AI, and then I can personally answer them for you. In a place that's not like, we used to have a Facebook community, but Facebook wasn't showing me the posts of my users, and it wasn't showing the post to users. So this is a much better platform. Sure, it costs money for me to host this, but I'm hosting this so you can build a relationship with the people in the community. So make sure that you're in this community. If you're in it, just write in the chat. I'm curious to know which people are in it and which people are not in it. And you could also get the mobile app for school to be part of it. The reason I want you in there is because you're going to ask a lot of questions, and I'm going to want to make sure that I can answer them for you, and that I can answer them in a long-term way where it's not just come to a webinar and you disappear, but you're there on a regular basis. So how do you get to the community in the back end? Here you click on community, and then the community is right here. We also added a demonstration video to Evie AI right over here. So if you need to watch a demo, it's right here. And for those that are premium, we have a learning hub with tons of amazing links here. Like, for example, if you want to see whose birthday is it on LinkedIn or your new LinkedIn dashboard. Did you know LinkedIn has a new dashboard? LinkedIn has a new dashboard. If you go into Learning Hub and you click on the dashboard, you're going to see how many posts you have, how many comments you have, and how many contributions you have. So if I want to leave a contribution, I left 0 contributions this week so far. So I'm going to add a contribution, which takes me to collaborative articles. So this is how you get a top voice badge. I'm going to click on sales. Then on the top right, I'm going to click on social selling. And then I'm going to pick a collaborative article. These are AI generated articles that LinkedIn wants you to engage with in order for you to claim your top voice badge. And if you do this consistently for a few weeks, you'll be able to get that top voice badge. So I'm going to click here. Now I'm going to select a different persona. So which persona am I going to select? I'm going to select the Joe Applebaum. I have a story persona. I have a poem persona. I have a Joe Applebaum CEO of Ajax Union persona. I'm going to use that persona for this right here for social selling. So it's going to read this. It's going to add in social selling. It's paramount, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to press add. So I just added this perspective. And if I add 3 of these every day for 2 weeks, I get a top voice badge. So today I'm going to add 3 of them. And look how quickly it adds them. Know your audience. It's going to write a whole little piece about knowing your audience. Looks good. And then I'm going to talk about sharing stories. And I'm the only one doing this. Nobody else is sharing on these collaborative articles. You see, I'm the only one leaving a comment. So chances are I'm going to get a top voice badge for this. You see that? Storytelling is not, in social selling, is not just about sharing experiences, it's about weaving narrative that resonates with blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to press the 3 dots over here. I'm going to hit copy link to contribution, and I'm going to share it with you guys in the chat so you can see that actual contribution and you can give it a like. Okay, so I'm going to show you that persona, that Ajax Union persona now. I'm going to go into the personas in the back end of Evie AI. And then I go down here, and you can actually see all my personas at once. So this is the Joe Applebaum CEO persona. So I'm going to click on Edit. And look what I write. I write name, industry, title, company, keywords, professional interests, field of expertise, achievements, skills, communication style, tone, preferred phrases, taboos, personal interests, hobbies, educational. Do you get what I'm doing here? Do you get how much data I'm feeding the AI? So I'm just going to copy this so you guys can have this framework for yourself. And you just literally copy it from me. And I'm going to post it right here. So you guys can literally just change this with your name. Now you might say, Joe, can you have AI just do this for me? Of course. It's really easy for AI to do this for you. All you got to do is have AI just type all this up for you. So you might say, okay, Joe, show me. So let's say, for example, Devora. Okay, so I'm going to pick on Devora right now. Devora, can I pick on you? Is that okay? Thank you. I'm trying to take a screenshot of it. Don't worry, I pasted it in the community. The AI guy, I pasted it in the community for you. Don't worry about that. Okay, so you have 167 connections. I'm going to build you a persona right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the information from your profile. You see? I'm going to copy and paste all this information from your profile. I'm going to go all the way down to the recommendations. I'm going to press copy. So now it's all my clipboard, right? You guys know how to copy information? I literally just selected everything from here and I press Control C, which copies. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up ChatGPT, which you guys are probably familiar with, which is free. And I'm going to prompt it and say, create a persona for this person with the following information: name, industry, title, company, keywords, personal interest, blah, 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 right? And then at the end, I'm going to paste the information that I copied from your profile, and it's going to write a persona for you. Look, it's writing Devora's persona. You see? It's entering the information for her. I don't have to actually do it myself. If this is a wow, give me a wow in the chat. But it also adds communication style, tone, preferred phrases, taboos, personal interests, hobbies, educational background, goals, networking, content examples, all that stuff, just like that. So I'm going to give you guys this inside the community. I'm just going to copy this prompt, this mega prompt that I just used. Let's see. This is the beginning part of it, and save it for yourself inside Evie AI as a template. Let's go into the community, and I'll paste it right here. I'm actually going to paste it Control-Shift-V so it keeps the formatting. I'm going to press comment, and now I pasted it right here. Okay, so go ahead and give it a like. So now there's much, much more I can do. Now that I have her persona in ChatGPT, I could do a lot more with that. But we're not going to get into that. That we're going to discuss in our AI circle. And if you want information about our AI circle, you just click on Classroom. And then where it says Evergreen AI course, we have a business development circle that meets once per month for 3 hours. And we do all types of stuff here. So we have information about it and we have examples and so on. So in the classroom, we have a lot of resources for you. If you ever want any of these resources, just go here and you can grab any resources that you want inside the community. So let's go back and look at more trainings that I have here. So I have another one called the Storyteller Persona. Do you guys want to see the Storyteller Persona? Let's write story in the chat if you want to see my Storyteller Persona. And I love this one. I'm going to go ahead and click on Personas. Story. Story is really, really powerful because features tell and stories what? Stories sell. Very good. Very good. You guys are with the program. You know what time it is. The storyteller persona is a very short persona. It says act as Joe Apfelbaum and share a short, inspiring story related to the topic. It's going to pull the topic from LinkedIn. Mention the author's name and begin the comment with kind of reminds me of a time that, and tell a story. Do not use words like nailed it, absolutely, spot on, as they sound robotic. I want a story that sounds conversational. Keep it under 150 words. You guys like this prompt? I'm going to take this prompt for you and I'm going to save it for you inside our community. Right here, what AI personas do you want for LinkedIn? I'm going to say story persona. Okay, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, so now you have it inside the community. Let's see it in action. Do you want to see it in action? Let's go back to LinkedIn and let's see. Kind of reminds me of Mark Chiran, one of my clients. I'm going to give him a like. And now I'm going to open up Evie AI. And in here, I'm going to select the story persona. Remember, I have a story persona? So it's right here, Joe Apfelbaum story persona. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hit generate. It's going to read his post about Warren Buffett. It's going to say, kind of reminds me of the time that I was overwhelmed with multiple projects and goals. I decided to take a step back and do a similar approach of Warren Buffett's 525 rule. I wrote down everything I wanted to achieve. Then I narrowed it down to 3 key priorities. And the shift allowed me to focus my channel and energy, leading to a significant breakthrough in my marketing. So it's incredible how clarity can really transform. Thanks for sharing the valuable insight, Mark. Do you see how customized this comment was and it told the story? Kind of reminds, and it was a short prompt. You want to make sure that your prompts are not super long, because if they're too long, the AI is not going to consider everything. It's only going to consider the most important things. So keep it kind of short and have more prompts. Okay? Murray said very badass. I like that. I like being a little badass on LinkedIn. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm going to drop another comment, but in this time I'm going to drop a quote. Does anyone here like quotes? I love quotes, but I love when the AI generates a quote based on a prompt. Listening is the foundation of meaningful connections. And then it quotes, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Stephen Covey. Your insights, Gary, reminds me of the power of empathy in business. Okay, I press insert. I'm going to tag Gary Vaynerchuk. And now I'm going to press post. Okay, now I would tag Stephen Covey, but he's no longer alive. He's no longer with us, and he's not on LinkedIn, so I'm not going to tag Stephen Covey. But do you guys see this? Would you like this prompt? I'm going to show you the prompt right now in Evie AI. We're going to go back to my personas. Instead of looking at the story prompt, we're going to look at the quote prompt. We're going to go to the next page, and here's the quote prompt. I'm going to press edit. And right here, you are Joe Apfelbaum, CEO of Ajax Union and founder of Evie AI. You leave comments with a simple response. It's just 5 to 9 words. You also include a quote from a popular author and motivational figure like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Dale Carnegie, Brian Tracy, Stephen Covey, Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill, or any other person related to the quote. Here's an example, and it gives an example quote with the format that I want. Copy, and I'm going to paste it into the school community for you guys just to add value to you right here. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm adding value to you guys right here. Okay, boom, just like that. All right, well, we only have about 10 minutes left. Any questions? I want to show you all 10 personas very quickly, but I want to make sure that you answer your questions. Are you guys loving this? This is fantastic, right? Isn't this incredible what we're doing over here?
Absolutely.
Right? So think about the power that you will have once you understand these 10 different personas, and how when you leave comments or write posts or send DMs, you will have an unlimited amount of power because now everything is built into your Evie AI account. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Evie AI also has a Teams feature that allows you to add other team members to Evie AI, and it'll give them access to their own premium account. So you can buy multiple licenses of Evie AI. And for example, I just spoke to a guy, he has 9 sales reps. He wants all his sales reps to access Evie AI, but he doesn't want them to have to each buy it individually. So he has a Teams account, and he just added all their email addresses to it, and they all got access to their own Evie AI account with their own prompts and their own personas. I had somebody else that was part of a networking group, and he said, you know what? I'm just going to buy for my entire networking group access to Evie AI, and I'll add them all to my team so they don't have to pay for it, and it's in value added. So he added 20 people from his networking group to Evie AI, and they each got their own account as part of the perks of being inside the networking group. Isn't that a great idea for him to how he's using Teams? And he gets a discount. So he's charging $100 a month for the networking group, but he's giving them value through giving them access to Evie AI so that they could all comment on the posts together as a group. Very interesting concept. Okay, so let me see what other. So there's another prompt that I want to show you that is just mind-blowing, which is an action-oriented prompt. So say I want to promote my book, right? Who here wrote a book? Does anyone here write a book? Say, I wrote a book in the chat, or I'd like to write a book in the chat, because with AI, everyone should have a book, by the way. Every single person should have a book now. But I'm going to click on this right over here, and I'm going to select High Energy Networking. This is one of my books. I've written these books manually before AI, but now that we have AI, I can take my books and spin them into many different topics, many different books. But I have a book, and I want to promote my book under Evan's profile. So what do? I press Generate. It's going to read, and it's going to put a link for him to buy my book. I press Insert. Do you see the way it added the picture of the book here into the comment automatically? Do you see that? Discipline truly is a form of self-love. Remember, your network is your net worth. By investing in yourself, you're more likely to enhance your connections. For more building that, check out my book. Okay, and it puts a link to highenergynetworking.com. I press Post, and now not only is there a great comment that's relevant to Evan's post, but also there's a link for people to buy my book. I didn't have to write that whole thing, and this works both in comments and also in direct messages, all based on my current persona, which is the book persona. So what does the book persona look like? Let's go in here. Let's click on personas. Let's go to the book personas called the High Energy Networking one. This is the action-oriented persona. Okay, and I said specifically, don't include phrases like absolutely, spot on, you nailed it, or you hit the nail on the head. These are cheesy words. Don't include that. Get that? Because if it's including that, it means you didn't train the AI not to do it. Some people like those cheesy words, so I just kind of left it in there. But for some people that don't like it, I'm going to give you guys a persona right here. Okay, so now you see the persona that I gave you guys right over here. It's all built in right there. So I love the action. Or now I'm going to show you another persona called the comment bank persona. Do you want to see the comment bank persona? The reason I like the comment bank persona is because I want to specifically give it specific comments to use. I don't want it to think about what comments to use. I want to pick a bank of comments. So here, look at that. I want to say pick option 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I gave it the specific comments to use in there. And then I said, weave the stuff into the post. And don't include words like you nailed it or anything robotic. You see that? So you can truly, truly have your voice by actually having your voice. And no one could ever accuse you of using AI because you didn't use AI. You just had AI pick the most appropriate option for you based on what you would have said anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Put a $sign in the chat if this is epic stuff. Because it's epic for me when I came up with this. Somebody just drew on the screen. Let me figure out how to remove that annotation. I'm going to do clear annotation. Okay, so I just did that. Guys,
I'm sorry.
that's
That
okay.
was an accident.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to add this persona here so you guys have access to this persona. Guys, this is how you save money. This is how you save time. This is how you make more money by doing the right activities. Now, if you go into Sales Navigator, I don't know, do you have the free version, the premium version, or the Sales Navigator version of LinkedIn? We added a new feature which was never available before. We found a developer to do this, to add Evie AI to Sales Navigator. So now right over here on the bottom right corner, it pops up. And if I want to promote my book under this prospects post, I can just use this persona and it'll write all the information about my book, just like that, under this prospect. You see that? Right inside Sales Navigator. So Sales Navigator gets you an alert and you're able to click and then leave comments on these prospects posts. If I want to send messages to people, okay, so this person said, watching this video now, the speed that you're talking is a bit too fast, especially if you're trying to follow and see what you're doing on the screen. Seems neat, just hard to see, and ran very quickly. Maybe, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reply with Evie AI, and I'm going to use my demo persona. Look at this. I have a demo persona for someone who wants to see a demo. I'm going to say, sorry, I was too fast. try to watch this video, which is slower. Okay, now I'm going to press generate, and it'll actually add the Evie AI demo. Look at that. I appreciate your patience. Sorry I was fast earlier. Try this one. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, do you see the way it took my language, added the actual link to the demonstration video into Sales Navigator, into the DM, and it customized it based on exactly what I said? That's powerful, guys. That'll save you so much time. This is next level right here. Okay, thank you for reaching out, but I'm not interested. I'm constantly sending people messages over here. And some people say they're interested and some people say they're not. But I send out about 800 DMs every single month through Sales Navigator to people I'm not connected to on LinkedIn. And once a month, we have a 1-hour meeting where we discuss how to be able to use these tools. Twice a month, we have a 1-hour meeting to use LinkedIn automation. But, if you want to write a post, let's say you want to write a post on LinkedIn, I'm going to click on add media. I'm going to pick one of these videos. I'm going to pick a random video from here. So here's a video. If you are not educated on how artificial intelligence works, you are missing out here. Okay, so now I'm going to press next, and I'm going to have AI write me a post for this. Okay, so I'm going to click on Evie AI, and I'm going to pick the topic of, I'm just going to pick the Joe Applebaum persona right here, just a plain Joe Applebaum persona. And I'm going to say here, you need to learn AI right now. If you do not, you are missing out. Now I'm going to have generate, and it's going to generate a hook. It's going to generate main points. It's going to generate a call to action and hashtags based on my persona, based on my tone that I chose and my goal. You see, it added a question because I said ask a question up here. I'm going to press insert. And now I inserted this on top of the video, and I'm going to press post. And I just posted on LinkedIn. I literally just, did you guys see how quickly I posted on LinkedIn with AI? And the post wasn't just a garbage post. It was a great post. And so I'm going to share with you guys the actual post in just a minute so you can see the post and get involved in it. But I want to encourage you guys to be posting on a daily basis and make sure that you're posting things that have a hook, that have main points, that have a call to action, and that have hashtags. That's what you want to include. And our AI basically does all that for you so you don't have to do it yourself. When you're connecting with people, for example, if I want to connect to Goldie here, I press connect, I had add a note, the AI can automatically pick a connection note from here. You see that? You can pick any connection note depending on the type of note that you want to send. Or you can use templates. Did you guys know that Evie AI has templates built in right here? There's little templates you can add. So I have connection note template. I'm going to add note. Pending inbound connection over here. I saw that you have a pending connection request on LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. So I can add whatever note I want right in here and then generate it and make it even better with AI. It's really, really cool what you can do with Evie AI with the templating feature. And you can use templates as prompts as well for messages. So you see this? I just posted this post. I'm going to send you guys a copy of this post so you guys can see it in real time and actually read it. And then what you could do is, here's a call to action that says, if you found this post helpful, give it a like and consider reposting it. So if you guys want to repost it, or you can write, I invite you to share your thoughts. What's your biggest challenge with adopting AI in your business? You see that? So try this out right now. Try to go to that post I shared in the comments and try to use one of the personas that I taught you. And then you'll be able to leave a comment for me right now. And then you'll see the way that I reply to you in real time. So go ahead and do that. In the meantime, if you do a Google search for 10 AI LinkedIn personas, Evie AI, if you just do a Google search for that, what you'll find is one of the reasons why I use the school community is because look, on the first page of Google, it says 10 AI persona ideas with Evie AI, and that's school.com. When you click on that, it shows you all the different personas right here. Short comment persona. You see that I broke down all the comments. Act as a company page persona. Quote persona. A persona for a particular industry. Persona to promote a webinar. Persona to create poems. Persona to promote a demo video. Persona for each company that you represent. You see that? So all the personas that I'm talking about are right here inside the community, but you can search Google and Google finds it for you as well. So I'm going to go in here and just drop the link to those 10 personas here so I can add value to you. Anyway, what I just want to encourage you is the following. Remember that artificial intelligence needs to be trained by you. It doesn't just know what to do. And there are many clever ways to train the AI, and I'm here to support you and teach you how to do it. And we have these webinars on a regular basis. So join in the community, check out all the tips. I just signed up for Loom Premium. That means I can leave an unlimited amount of Loom videos, which allows me to create new tutorials. So I'm going to be more active in that community, into the EVI community, dropping more tips for you guys. So ask questions. Go in there and say, Joe, how do I do this on LinkedIn? How do I do this with AI? How do I create a video? How do I whatever? Any question you have about AI or LinkedIn, post it in the community. And I'm going to go ahead and make a custom video for you that teaches you step by step how to do that. If you're not sure how to use Evie AI, go into the community. We have tutorials. We have videos on our YouTube channel. There's a lot of resources available to be able to do prompt engineering. And even on my YouTube channel, if you go to youtube.com/@JoeApplebaum, I did a 1-hour video last night that I posted about a co-working that I did in our AI automation community, where I taught you guys step by step how to be able to create a custom application with AI with a webhook. So it's just like going in there, just mind blowing. And we meet once a week to discuss how to be able to create custom AI automations in our AI automation community. So I just want you to consider the fact that Evie AI, if trained correctly, will help you 10x your exposure on LinkedIn. I get so many people telling me, Joe, I found you because of the comments you left on my profile. Most people get 0 comments on their posts. So if you just drop 5 to 10 comments a day, you're going to get, especially on your target market, you're going to get a lot of exposure to your profile. If you post once a day, something of value, not just garbage, but something of a message that you want to send out that's valuable, and you add a call to action and hashtags with Evie AI, it's going to be a game changer for you. And if you use custom personas, you'll have a perfect custom persona that will change your life. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next session. Boom.